Today, we continue repairing this phone we picked up from the junkyard. This isn't an iPhone or a Samsung. Does anyone recognize this phone? The previous owner modified it into a transparent exploration edition. The glue around the screen seams is lumpy, likely because the owner replaced it themselves with such great DIY skills. Why did it end up in the junkyard? Let's give it a proper refurbishment. Remove the back cover. I have to say, the modified glass back actually looks quite nice. Continue removing the motherboard shield. The battery was barely glued in place. Just lift it gently to remove it. We connected it to a power meter to test. The motherboard is in a short circuit state. Let's remove the motherboard to take a closer look. The motherboard still looks quite new. No signs of water damage or heavy impact after removing the shielding cover. There's no sign of prior repairs either. We used a multimeter to test. The battery's positive terminal is shorted. Checking the schematics, all the red areas represent the positive terminals on the motherboard. The first power supply section has very few empty components. We put the motherboard under the thermal imaging device but couldn't find any obvious hot spots. The schematics show that the shorted area leads to a spot under the shielding cover, so we had to remove the shielding cover. To our surprise, after removing it, we found severe water damage and corrosion on the chip underneath. This is strange. The exterior doesn't show any signs of water damage, so how did water get inside? After cleaning it thoroughly, we tested again. The corroded capacitors were causing the short circuit. We applied rosin to this area and powered it up. The shorted capacitor revealed itself after removing it. We tested again. It was still shorted. Without further delay, we removed all the corroded capacitors. After that, we tested with the power meter. The motherboard was no longer shorted. Then we reinstalled the motherboard into the casing. The battery had been sitting for too long and had lost charge. We reactivated it. After connecting the battery and powering it on, surprisingly, the damaged screen still worked, but the touch function wasn't responsive. We removed the thick protective film on the screen, but it still didn't work. It looks like the screen is broken. The screen is locked with a password, so we manually formatted it. It's easy. Power off. Then hold the power and volume up buttons to enter recovery mode. Follow the prompts to reformat the device. After formatting, the screen was still jumping wildly. We replaced the broken screen with a working one. After powering on and following the activation steps, we discovered the phone had an activation lock. But that's not a problem for us. Some people quietly watch the video but secretly like, comment, share, repost, and follow. People like that are truly adorable. After unlocking, we checked the settings. 8 GB RAM plus 128 GB storage. The motherboard repair was complete. We reattached the shielding cover. The screen is broken and the midframe is cracked. There's no way to salvage those parts. We replaced them with a teardown midframe and an aftermarket screen. This whole setup cost just over 100 yuan, by the way. We never offer aftermarket screens to customers because they have poor performance and stability. Now we'll install the new midframe. After applying adhesive, we secured the screen. We'll leave it to set for 2 hours before checking the results. It turned out pretty well. Next, we need to transfer all the internal components over. After connecting everything, we cleaned the very dirty buttons. We also cleaned the extremely dirty charging port. Then, we reinstalled all the components back in place. Finally, we cleaned the transparent back cover. This part needs to be cleaned very thoroughly. Take a look at the cleaned result. We applied the original factory adhesive seal. The final step is to stick the back cover in place. Okay, let's take a look at the refurbished phone. I'm personally very satisfied with the result. This is the last generation of this phone series. While it's not an iPhone or Samsung, the design is still quite beautiful. Do you like this design?